What is up, guys? It is your host, Christian and Liam. I'm here with Liam right now. What do you have to say for yourself, Liam?
Not much, Christian. How are you holding up?
I can't really complain. It just sucks that I have such a gay name like Christian.
Yeah, no,
It's bothering me.
Listen, neither of our parents were very kind either. I guess because
They're naming us.
yeah, I'm not very fond of the name Liam. You know, makes me feel a lot shorter than I am.
It almost feels like I'm forced to believe in Christianity because my name's Christian. Or it's almost like my mother was religious and she named me Christian because she's Christian.
That could be it.
Could be. It could very well be it.
We'll have to speak to your mother on that one.
Yeah, I'm pissed and I want answers.
Yes. So, shit. I mean, we just dropped a fresh ass video. You know, we sat.
Please check it out. We're begging you.
We spent so long on it.
We spent 2 days on it. Come on.
And for every day that it doesn't get 10,000 views, we're cutting off one of Carter's fingers.
Oh, I was going to say we'll punch ourselves in the nuts every single day we don't get a new subscriber or a like on the video.
Yeah. 100 likes.
Let us know if you guys want to see that.
Yeah. Well, let us know if you want to see us punching each other in the nuts.
Yeah.
So just ourselves in the nuts.
It's just ourselves, but we're sitting by each other, and it's just on the couch, and that's pretty much the whole video. So we're going to wait at the end of the year, and for how many subscribers we didn't get a day, we're going to hit ourselves in the nuts.
Yes. Or put them in a vice grip.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did a video. We sat down with the Munch family. We talked to their son, Richard Munch, who has a constant erection, and
Keith.
Yeah, and Keith and their father, Daryl. So it was really good. We learned a lot. It kind of really opens your eyes when you meet people that have disabilities like that, because it makes you really thankful for the things that you have.
Everyone's just trying to finish their day and just live a normal life one step at a time.
Yeah, exactly. So remember, we're all in this together. No one nuts alone. Except for me.
Shitted.
Yeah, and farted. So, shit, what happened this week? I don't know. Did anything hot in the news happen? You can see how well prepared we are nowadays, because
we don't give a fuck about you guys.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck about whoever's watching this podcast. We quit.
Yeah. Consider this our resignation.
Yeah.
If I don't get at least 4 quadrillion views on this next podcast, I'm killing myself in my entire...
Pay attention to us.
Yeah. So, now that we're done our weekly Screaming into the Void segment...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, did anything happen this week? I've been kind of out of the...
There was a picture that surfaced on Instagram of 6ix9ine with his new girlfriend.
Oh, shit. And? Is she, super hot?
It's not really that she was just hot. It's just there hasn't been a picture of him since he went to prison.
Oh, so he's just, he's straight chilling.
Yeah,
I hear he might get bail now.
I hear there's a good chance of him getting bail, or there's not necessarily a good chance, but there's a better chance because there's a different judge this time. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they're gonna pay more bail than the original offer that they offered. And what else? I can't really remember the other conditions that kind of made it better for him, but it's what do you guys think? Should he get bail or should he just rot in jail? Technically, I think if it was anyone else besides 6ix9ine, you would all say he should rot in jail.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think we touched on this before. Anyway, let's just assume we haven't. We'll just talk about it for a quick 2 seconds. I feel like it's hilarious. It's gang banging, murderous, drug lord,
Potential.
rapper arrested, and you guys are like, no, but I liked his song one time.
Yeah, potential
Release
pedophile.
him. Yeah, release him. Because I liked his song.
I like The Race by TK. Please release him, even though he probably killed 2 people, innocent people.
Yeah.
Or he was at least a witness of one murder. And then I don't know, they suspected that he killed someone else, or he killed someone outside of that incident.
Yeah, but please release him because I really like
that
Mega
song
Man.
slaps.
Yeah, I really liked Mega Man.
I actually do like Mega Man.
I smoke like a Mega Man. No, what is it?
Wait, yeah, it's like...
I smoke like a Mega Man.
No, it's like, I be smoking Mega Man. I smoke
Mega Man.
I should know this.
Pew pew.
Damn, how's it go?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm not gonna spend too much longer on this. But,
Yeah, but
anyway, the song slaps.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's just kind of a weird concept because like you never see anyone else like complaining like.
I just remembered the lyrics.
Yeah,
I'm shining like a Mega Man.
Okay.
I smoke Mega Man.
Yeah.
I'm smoking like a Mega Man.
Then something about Bruce Wayne or something.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember that part of the lyrics. But.
Regardless, so TK is Freddie Mercury reincarnate.
Yes, absolutely. Same talent, almost the exact same voice. If you really just squint your eyes hard enough when you're listening to him, they're almost the same person.
Yes, you just need to squint your eyes when listening to the songs.
When you're listening to them.
Yes, on while you're driving. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I can see how they're the same person.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, like, that's just kind of rap nowadays. I feel like a lot of people are really, like, even like the most like innocent people that like work at like the daycare or like I don't know, like your high school teacher, like your fucking like middle school teacher. I feel like they're driving like to school or some shit, like, or to their job and just blaring like Rick Ross and like, you know, 6ix9ine and shit. Okay, so sorry for the jump cut there. We had some technical difficulties. Liam and I both shitted and farted and came.
Farted and pooped.
Yeah, at the same time.
Our bad.
Yeah, it was a little bit messy to clean up, but here we are.
Alright, yeah, so we did take a small 2-hour intermission to clean that up.
Yeah. So, at this point, fuck. I mean, I don't even know what else happened in the world this week. We should keep up with these things more so that we can talk about them.
We probably should.
That would make sense when you have a podcast, but, you know?
Definitely.
Until then, we'll just keep talking into the void, and I'm hoping that eventually someone will comment on our shit, because, you know...
Actually, we did get a couple comments. Remember that one person commented on one of our podcasts?
We did get a comment.
We love you.
I don't know if you're listening. I think you might have just clicked on the podcast and you're like...
And listened to a couple sentences, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, even that, where we want our fans to just click on the video for a second. Consider clicking on the video. That's good enough. If you just consider clicking on the video.
Think about it. Just think about listening to it. Be like, maybe I'll listen to it later.
As long as we crossed your mind for a moment, a fleeting moment, that's good enough for me.
And if you don't have a fucking attention span to sit down for an hour and listen to us talk about fucking farting and shitting in our own pants, then check out the main
skits.
Yeah, because those are a lot shorter.
It's real self-promotion hours.
Yeah. I love screaming into the void and expecting an answer back, so.
Yeah. Hello, people from a potential alternate reality.
Yeah.
Please watch our YouTube videos.
If you can, please reach out to us somehow through the void.
If it is called YouTube in an alternate reality, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe people watch videos like that on Pornhub.
There's a good chance. Fuck, I mean, unless you have anything else to talk about, I think maybe we'll get into the Would You Rathers, because it seems like it's been a pretty uneventful week in the world, but it probably hasn't been. I probably just haven't been paying very much attention.
What is new this week?
I heard...
Actually, I heard this. I seen this on Facebook, that police officers are requesting breathalyzers from... they're requesting that you have a breathalyzer in your home bar, if you have a bar at home.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Is this like a Canada thing?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you need a breathalyzer in your own home?
That's a good question. I'm going to take a look at this article and we'll just bring it up on live in front of our 20,000 viewers.
Yeah. It's really great to have the live interaction between all the fans. It does not look
distracted by a pitbull. Sorry. Shit. Oh.
Stop looking at pictures of fucking animals and shit.
It's hard not to. 1 second.
This intermission is brought to you by Country Roads. Country Roads.
What a horrible rendition.
Take me home. Have you ever called somewhere and the waiting music, like the music while you're on the phone, is super unfitting to like, you know what I mean, like the hold music?
For my old job, the hold music was the Game of Thrones music for a while.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like I've been having some pretty serious phone calls before, like for my job and shit, like trying to get some shit like hammered out, and then they're like, okay, please hold, like I'll get on this right away for you, and then like Ed Sheeran comes on, and it's like, I'm in love with the shape of you, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like you couldn't have like some like normal like elevator music?
This
like
is killing my rock hard erection that I had while on this phone call.
exactly. You know, we're trying to
stay erect.
yeah,
But
always stay hard.
Yeah, stay hard. What is that? What are our subscribers called?
Shit, I don't know.
I really put you on the spot on this one.
They're part of the pig gang.
Yeah, stay hard, big gang. Stay erect.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Police in Canada can now demand breath samples in bars at home. That's what it was.
So what are they gonna do? They're just gonna kick down your door and fucking just be like, "Excuse me, sir, have you been drinking?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's my house." And they're like, "Yeah. Well, it's time for you to get breathalyzed, cunt."
And if you say no, you could be arrested. Basic criminal record, ordered to pay a fine, and subjected to a driving suspension.
What is the news source here? Where is this coming from? Global
News,
which is actually a pretty credible news source here in Canada.
Yeah,
I can't speak if they're like always like perfect, but like it's not coming from the Onion, that's for sure. Okay, so
if you want reliable news, check out the Onion or the Sun.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good places.
Yeah, you can always trust them for the most credible news.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try dig into this article. I want to hear this because I don't understand why they would need it. Do you know what I mean? In case there's like a house party and then you get a noise complaint or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it may sound unbelievable, but Canada's revised laws on impaired driving could see police demand breath samples from people in bars, restaurants, or even at home. And if you say no, you could be arrested, face a criminal record, ordered to pay a fine, and subjected to a driving suspension. So, you could be in violation of the impaired driving laws even 2 hours after you've been driving. Now the onus is on drivers to prove they weren't impaired when they were on the road.
That's kind of, I get it, but like, what if you drive and you swerve home or some shit? Like let's say you almost fell asleep at the wheel or something and you swerve or something, which you shouldn't do. Don't get me wrong. But someone calls it in, and then they don't get there until you get home.
Oh, wow, wait, sorry to interrupt you, but here's the meat and potatoes of the article right here. This is the crazy, unbelievable part right here.
Okay.
So, if you start to drink after you get home, the police show up, they can show up at your door, they can arrest you, detain you, take you back to the police station, and you can be convicted because your blood alcohol concentration was over 80 milligrams.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
In like 2 hours after you drove. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous to me.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, you know, be tough on drunk drivers. You know, don't drink and drive. But like, are you gonna say that's? I guess it ties back into what I was saying before, which was the example I was trying to give. Was like, you know, you swerve and someone sees you. You know, maybe there's a good reason you swerve, right? You have to swerve or some shit. I don't know. And then someone calls it in. They're like, "Hey, license plate, blah 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 blah, swerved. I think they might be drunk." Then you go home and you have, you know, like a couple rum and cokes or something, and then they show up and they're like, "You were fucking drinking and driving," and you're like, "No, I wasn't."
Yeah, we think you were drinking and driving.
Yeah, you could have been.
Yeah.
Prove to me that you weren't drinking and driving. And it's like, but I have no proof. I have no proof that I wasn't drinking and driving. And they're like, exactly, because you were drinking and driving. So you're going to fucking jail, you idiot.
But they would have to breathalyze you at that point.
Yeah, but they'd breathalyze you. Yeah. But like, then you can get fined for saying no. You can be like, hey, no, you can't. Because you're going to fucking breathalyze me and say I was drinking and driving and I wasn't.
It's weird that it's a weird concept to me that police can go to your house and breathalyze you at your fucking door, at your property. But
yeah, well, and how does the burden lay on you? You know what I mean? Like, when someone convicts you of murder, you don't just say the police don't just show up and be like, prove to me that you didn't murder them. And you're like, but I don't have any proof because I have no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, exactly, you're arrested. You know what I mean? Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely. to go a little bit farther into it, excuse me. Under the new law, police officers no longer need to have a reasonable suspicion. The driver under the new law, police officers no longer need to have a reasonable suspicion the driver had consumed alcohol. Now, an officer can demand a sample from drivers for any reason at any time. So, while many Canadians have heard about that part of the new legislation, lawyers said the 2-hour provision has gone unreported. And here's a statement from a police officer from Toronto. The public has completely missed this one.
That's all he said?
Yeah.
The public has completely missed this one?
Yeah, like this kind of new law has gone over everyone's head. Like he's saying, like, this is fire. This is a good thing. This is going to be happening. And police, they don't need any reasonable suspicion anymore. They can just be like, and you know what? We're going to show up to your house and breathalyze you.
Yeah. As good of a place as Canada is to live.
Sometimes there's retarded little laws like that sneak by.
But like that's fucking bullshit that you're going to tell me that someone's going to show up at my house after I've been there for an hour and a half and I've had a couple drinks cuz it's Friday night and someone thought I might potentially have been drinking and driving and they're like, "No, I know now for a fact you were drinking and driving and now you have a DUI." And it's like, "What?"
It's kind of this reminds me of when marijuana was legalized in October. Right before that, they tried to release a law where it's like you can only smoke cigarettes and joints in this in these few designated smoking areas. And then everyone was like, like fuck that, I'm gonna smoke wherever I want because that's the way it's been for the past who knows how long.
That's a Halifax thing, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a Canadian thing, but where we are, Halifax, that's the law.
That's a municipal thing. No one listens to it. And
I really haven't seen it.
I smoking a joint on the sidewalk yesterday or 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah, I really haven't seen it regulated, but I don't know. Fucking, it's a weird time in Canada. I think it's a weird time for everyone in the world, but I guess if you're gonna fucking drive home, make sure you don't drink for the next 2 hours, and make sure that you have proof of you if you're not going to do that, make sure you have video proof of you breathalyzing yourself before you drive home from work. If you plan on having any drinks that night, so that you can show the officer that, hey, I didn't do this, actually, so you can't charge me with a DUI.
This is going to make it difficult for me to butt chug 2 bottles of Lamb's 151 and drive home from work.
Well,
this is so unfair.
I feel like there are other laws in place, and just also the sheer fact of what that would do to you that would also prevent you from driving home.
I'm not normal until I do that. It's like a daily routine kind of thing.
I'm not myself unless I butt chug 2 bottles of Lamb's 150.
Some people say they're not normal if they're not themselves until they smoke a joint, like their daily routine, until they have a cigarette. I am not me until I consume 2 bottles of Lamb's 151 in my ass.
And by the way, Lambs, if you're listening to us,
sponsor us, please.
Yes, Mr. Alfred Lamb, if you are listening, we would like to be sponsored by you, and we are good product endorsers for sure.
Yeah, we'll butt chug whatever you want us to butt chug, Mr. Alfred Lamb.
Yes, and also Mr. Budweiser and Mrs. Heineken and anyone out there that consumes creates alcoholic beverages, please sponsor us, and we will make sure to spread along the good nature of your product.
And please send us free alcohol as well. That's mainly why we want you to sponsor us.
Yes, because we are cheap drunks, and that's why we butt chug.
Yeah, and that's half of the reason why we started this podcast, so we could just be drunk and just talking to this microphone. So maybe we can just pretend that people are listening to us.
Exactly. It makes us feel a little bit better about our alcoholism. And
I'm loaded right now.
Me too. I'm always loaded. I've lost everything.
All right, on to the next subject.
Would you rather?
Yes, I have one for you. I'll start it off.
Okay.
Would you rather have the ability to go invisible, or would you rather have the ability to fly?
Fly. Easy.
Okay.
I've always wanted to fly.
It would be so fucking cool to be able to go invisible, though. Fuck.
Invisible would be way more practical. Like, you'd be able to do way more things, like being invisible. Like, you could sneak into the girls' locker room.
You could rob a bank.
Yes. maybe immoral, but practical.
Yes, you could. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do, then you can do it if you're invisible.
Yeah, you could practically do anything, really, if you're invisible. Well, not anything, but, like, you could do a lot of shit. Like, the world is your oyster if you're invisible. You could sneak onto a plane.
Yes.
You could just go to Italy for free.
You could sneak into an outhouse and then kind of, like, lay down and put your face onto the toilet and wait for random people to take dumps.
If that's your thing, if that's your
If
prerogative.
that's your thing, of course. Not that it's my thing, because that'd be weird.
Yeah, if that's your prerogative, then, you go for that. But,
If
I
that's
mean,
what you want to do.
for me personally, I'm just like, man, it'd be so cool to fly. Like, I guess see, like, even my invisible thing, that was my thing. Like, you could fly to Italy for free. Well, if you could fly, you just fucking jet over to Italy for free. So,
What if a plane engine, like, swallowed you up?
I would obviously fly at a lower altitude.
I guess. It's
Yeah.
just like, what if a whole pack of birds started bullying you and just shitting on you as you're trying to...
Am I like a shitty flyer? Like, can I like hardly fly? Is it
Uh,
exhausting? Like, do I have to like flap my arms and shit?
You have to flap your arms, but it's not like super hard to fly. Like, you just like look retarded as you're flying. So you're basically like flapping your arms and legs to fly.
So you're like swimming through the air.
Yeah, but like just arms straight, legs straight.
Oh fuck!
So you're just starfishing through the air like a retard.
Can I fly at like hyper speeds, or am I a bad flyer? Like, can I get over, like, am I as fast as an airplane, or like am I like a shitty like am I like a pelican or something?
You can maybe like fly like a little bit over half the speed of an airplane.
Okay, I'm still gonna go with the flying thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with being invisible, just because of all the cool things that we mentioned earlier that you'd be able to do if you were invisible, and yeah, there's just a lot of like cool stuff I think you could do if you were invisible. Like, let's say if if you ever get in a fight, then you can just go invisible and just like, I don't know, just pretty much like leave. You could just leave the fight if you wanted to.
Yeah,
and no one would know what
goodbye.
happened to you.
Yeah.
Or you could just sneak around them and pull their pants down, kind of thing, like cartoon style.
And then stick an entire bottle of Lamb's 151 up their ass and force them to chug it. And then they become intoxicated to a point where they can no longer fight you, so you could just knock them out.
Absolutely, but I feel like they would maybe notice their pants coming down and a bottle, just a floating bottle of Lamb's going into their ass.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's the unexpected move, you know what I mean? Like, no one ever expects that one.
We got to be careful about how we talk about how we're gonna use Lambs, or maybe Alfred Lamb won't sponsor us anymore.
Yes. Sorry, Alfred Lamb. We actually wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do that if I was invisible.
What we actually would do is we put a bottle of Bacardi 151 up their ass because Bacardi.
Fuck Bacardi.
Yeah, fuck Bacardi. Hashtag fuck Bacardi. You know
I'm just
what
joking, Mr. Bacardi. We would also be honored to be sponsored by you as well.
Yeah, but we will take allegiances with whoever pays us.
Yes.
So.
We have no loyalty.
Yeah, you can hit us up on PayPal. Our credit card number is blah blah blah.
We just want to let you know this podcast is being brought to you by Lambs 151.
Yeah, get fucked tonight.
Get absolutely destroyed off 2 glasses.
Yeah, just shove it up your ass. That's their slogan. That's our slogan for Lambs.
Yeah, looking to spend only around $30 to get absolutely plastered? No problem. Buy a bottle of Lambs.
Are you trying to get alcohol poisoning and fuck your night up? Are you trying to ruin your life and have your wife leave you?
Are you trying to go to sleep like on your back and then throw up in your mouth and die?
Yeah. Well, we got you covered with Lambs 151. Just butt chug it.
Sure. All right. So you give me your would you rather now.
This ties into our video. Would you rather always have a boner or never be able to have a boner? Ever. So you're horny.
Always have a boner. Always be hard. Definitely.
Really?
Yeah. 100%.
Even if it's like painful, like real painful, like.
Oh.
See, that's like that's.
I would tie it to my leg.
Yeah, but like it would just be painful all the time.
Yeah, but like you can't like ever have sex, so like if you can't have a boner, well you can, but like it's not pleasurable for you and you can't orgasm. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who's listening, like if you can come without being erect, but to my knowledge
I think you can, but like I think you're right. I think it's like not great.
I haven't reached that level of ascension where I can do that.
But you're telling me you've never been like having sex with a girl and like you have like a very like a soft dick and she's still like
Wait, what? Like, what do you mean?
yeah, you never had that like where you fucking like I don't know, you come in a condom or something and they're like, oh yeah, don't stop or something, and then like
Yeah.
your dick goes soft and you're just like, all right,
and you're just like,
Yeah. You're
it's just a weird kind of almost pain in a way.
yeah, you know, so
Yes, but like you're still kind of like technically hard in that state though.
probably yeah, you probably are.
Yeah.
I'm yeah. I don't
So
know.
I'm gonna choose to be always hard. What about you, sister?
I don't know. This is a tough one, but I feel like when it comes to like just constant agony, when it comes to like doing everyday things like peeing and you know, just your dick being sore because it's always hard. Like I think I gotta go with like the soft dick thing, like, but that kind of sucks.
Also, if like anyone ever like gets in your face, you can be like, "Oh yeah," and then like you can just kind of just reveal that you've been hard the entire time, and I don't think realistically that they'll want to fight you anymore.
At that point, they'd probably take you a little bit more seriously.
It would be
like,
gay of them.
Yeah,
to
they'll
fight
be like,
you.
okay, well, this guy wants my cock, so
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not trying to be gay right now.
And this would be gay of me to hit a guy with an erection.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, let us know what you would do. Even if you're a girl, let us know what you would rather do.
Yeah.
As always, we have a fan mail. We're still waiting for our first email. I even I sent myself an email actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty soon here we're gonna make a fake account and then email ourselves with fan mail. So
Yeah, dear Christian, you know.
what's it like being so cool and shit?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And Liam will send it to me, and I'll be like, bro, we got fan mail. Like we got to keep ourselves up somehow. So
Yeah, it's from Anus Liquor 69.
yeah, this guy really likes us. He likes us. Shit.
Our reaction every time we have a new fan or a new like on
Yeah.
one of our videos,
Even when people say you guys are fucking unfunny and I hate you,
or
and
that our videos are nonsense.
yeah, it keeps happening. It happens a lot, believe it or not. Just kidding, but
Oof.
it's more so because no one ever tells us anything. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. There is one more thing that I'd like to discuss, and that would be our movie. It's
Aquaman.
no, we already did Aquaman.
Oh,
we were
okay.
supposed to do Bird Box, but we did Aquaman.
Bird Box, overhyped.
Yes, Bird Box was one of those movies for me where like everything is great, it's doing fantastic, and you're like, oh, you go, girl, like this movie's really, really good, and then it gets to the ending, and you're like, and
You've ruined it. You've managed to ruin the movie.
yeah, you had this like solid 8 out of 10 like main meat and potatoes to the movie, and then you absolutely fucked it up with a really open-ended shitty ending.
Oh, it wasn't just the ending that bothered me about it. It was like that scene where she's like trying to like find her
Spoilers.
kids. Yeah, spoilers. She's trying to find her kids, and she's what did she even apologize for? I just thought it was so out of place and like it was so forced. Like the director was like, "Yeah, do this. Like it'll really just tug on people's heartstrings." But like to me, I was like, "This is so out of place and just shite." And Sandra Bullock, maybe she just didn't have the acting chops to do it. But like either way, it was just a garbage scene to a good movie.
Yeah, I see. I think I did think that too, and then, I just didn't really. I don't think I really keyed into it as much. But I thought the rest of the movie was very well done. Like it was a very unique concept, but I don't know. Like I have a constant back and forth with movies like this where I'm like, do I want to see what's going on? Like, do I want to see the monster or do I not want to see the monster? This is a good movie where like I'm glad that they didn't show the monster, but I wish they kind of explained a little bit more what was going on instead of just like people are looking at something and then they go crazy, and it's just like, oh, but like why? Like what's the backstory here? Like why is this happening?
It
And-
reminded me of sorry to cut you off. It reminded me of that Stephen King book where someone it actually reminds me exactly of it. Like someone gets a call from their cell phone and they just go absolutely nuts. Like they turn berserk and like they just go apeshit and they try to kill people and kill themselves and stuff. Can't remember what the title is. For all our 20,000 viewers listening, please let me know what that book was called.
Yes. because we can't Google it. There's no way we can
Yeah.
possibly find out what it is.
Yes, and we want you to tell us.
Yeah.
We want you to use your time to Google it.
Yeah. That's what you guys are here for, is to be our little mini internet slaves.
Yes.
So, please PayPal us $15.
$100.
Yeah, $100.
I need rent. I need rent money.
Yeah. Yeah, we're running low on funds.
Yes.
And we may soon get evicted.
It's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, Bird Box. What would, I don't know if we rated Aquaman like we usually do, but
The
what
milk
would you,
bone rating system?
yeah, out of 5 milk bones, how many milk bones would you give out of 5 bottles of Lamb's 151 shoved right directly up your ass, how many would you give Bird Box?
A 2.7. So like 2 bottles and then like most of the other one, and that's I just have to quit like before the other bottles finished, or else I'll get alcohol poisoning.
2.7. I'd give it 3 bottles of Lamb's 151 shoved directly up your ass.
See, I was going to, but then I was like, you know what? That is too generous for this movie.
See, I don't think it's too generous. I think they just really fucked the ending up. It was like Get Out. Like everyone was like, "Oh, you gotta watch Get Out. You gotta watch Get Out. You gotta watch Get Out." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch Get Out." And then as Get Out is going on, I'm like, "Oh, this movie's crazy. I can see exactly why people are so hyped up about it." And then the ending comes, and I'm like, "Oh." It's like build up, build up, build up, build up, build up. It's like when you get up to the top of the roller coaster, and then the roller coaster is just it dips for 2 seconds, and then you just plateau, and then you go straight. And it's like, well, you got me to this. You know, you're just gonna turn me on and leave me fucking hard. You know what I
Blue ball
mean?
me,
Yeah, you're really just gonna give me blue balls right here, movie. Like, you're really gonna give me blue balls, Sandra Bullock. Like, fuck. You know, it is.
I
It is
also
what it
don't
is.
understand, like, why not just take like a second out of your life and name your child that you were, I don't know, that you were pregnant with for like 9 months. You can't name your own child like Keith or Richard even.
Yeah, those are some good names.
Yeah. Reminds me of a YouTube video that we just released on Evicted Network.
Yeah, that is
Please
Evicted
watch
Network.
it
Please watch.
now.
Sponsored by Lambs 151, as always. Thank you to our loyal sponsor.
We're serious when we said watch it.
Yeah, and Alfred, we're serious when we say sponsor us.
Or else, I said.
And if there is a lawsuit from us saying something that we shouldn't have said in this video, then we will take down the video. We will cease and desist.
We won't cease and desist. We won't back down until we have the sponsorship, Alfred.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, when we get the cease and desist letter, we'll shove that bottle of Lamb's 151 right up our ass, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're not going to stop until we're sponsored,
Yes.
Alfred.
Yeah, I don't care if we have to show up to your headquarters. Okay, no, okay,
Or your house.
we won't do that, Alfred. We're not like that. But please, give us money. Give us money to be alcoholics.
Give us lambs. We don't want money.
Yeah.
We want your lambs.
Yeah,
All of it.
That's really the main goal of Evicted Network and the Evicted Podcast is to acquire alcohol brand deals. We saw the Post Malone video where he has a Bud Light fridge, and that was it for us, and we knew that this is what we wanted to do from here on out. And we don't care about the fans, and that's exactly all we care about. So please, if you are a Bud Light employee or some sort of alcohol company employee listening to this, then make sure to send us an endorsement.
Yes.
And we will do an advertisement for you.
And on that note, I think we are going to call it an evening, and I gotta butt chug these 3 bottles of lambs.
Yeah. Lambs.
Yeah, and then I gotta hit the road afterwards. So
Yeah.
I got a busy night ahead of me.
Make sure that when you get home, you sober up between 2 hours because the cops may be on their way.
You know what? It only takes me 15 minutes to sober up after I butt chug one of those bad boys.
That's inhuman.
It is inhuman, but it's after years of practice.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Well, this has been episode I don't fucking know of the Evicted Podcast.
Episode 12.
Let's call it 12.
Yes.
Is it 12?
I'm pretty sure it's episode 12.
I think it's 11. But let's pull a Lion King and call it 11 and a half.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
I was going to check, but it's not even worth checking.
Yeah, because, we don't have that endorsement yet, so we don't really care.
Christian, out.
Yeah, and Liam, out. And as always...
Slap a queef on that like button.
Yeah, queef that on that. Shove that like button and that subscribe button right up your pussy and just queef that shit right out. And as always...
Very crude.
Yeah. This podcast has been brought to you by Lambs 151. Get fucked tonight.